of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Now for the Texas flag.
Honor the Texas flag. I pledge allegiance to thee, Texas, one state under God, one and indivisible.
Now for a moment of silence.
I'm a very special person, living in a very special time. My teachers see me as an interested, hardworking, positive student. I take pride in what I do, so I will do my best and never give up. I know right from wrong and I choose right. I make people feel good about themselves. I believe I can, so I will. I would rather be me than anyone else in the world. I'm a very special person.
We're having spaghetti with meatball or oven crisp chicken drumstick, garlic Texas toast, seasoned green beans, garden fresh salad, sweet pears, and orange smiles. Today's word of the week is summarized. To give a shortened version of something starting its main points, B, M, and E, can you summarize the fairy tale of Jack and the Beanstalk?
Gator basketball schedule. All games will be held at James Coble Middle School. Today, February 19th, is a game at 7 o'clock vs. Harmon, Court 2.
Why are you counting y'all's money?
To save up money for the yearbook.
When is that?
April 1st.
Oh, and also, this is our newcomer for this year's yearbook.
Get your yearbook money ready.
Welcome. Today we are going to learn about summarizing. Summarizing is a strategy we can use to better understand a text, specifically fictional text, or a text that is imaginary or untrue. We can define the word summarize as using few words to describe the most important parts of a story. We will use the following key words to help us clearly write a summary. Somebody, who is the main character? Wanted, what did the main character want? But, what was the problem? So, how did the main character try to solve the problem? Then, what was the resolution of the story? We will first look at the movie Mulan. In this story, Mulan was afraid that her aging and sick father would be drafted into the Chinese military. Mulan wanted to ensure her father's safety, but he got drafted into the army. Mulan decided that she would intervene to save her father, so she cut her hair, stole her father's armor, and took his spot in the Chinese army. She cleverly impersonates a man and goes off to train with fellow recruits. Then, her true identity was revealed and she got kicked out of the army. She had to prove that she was a strong warrior and ended up saving the emperor. Let's use a graphic organizer to help organize our thoughts. We can go back and take a look at the passage to help clearly see each part of a summary. The first key word is somebody. I know that the main character of the story is Mulan, so I will now write down Mulan in the first box. This time, let's work together and use evidence from the text to decide what she wanted. After looking back at the text, we can see that Mulan wanted to ensure her father's safety. Now it's your turn. Use the text to fill in the remaining keywords but, so, and then. Feel free to pause the video now to continue filling in your graphic organizer. Okay, let's look at the remaining keywords and remember our answers don't have to be worded exactly the same. All that matters is that our points are similar. First we have but, which asks the question, what was the problem? I used text from the story to write down that her father was drafted into the army. Next, let's look at so. I believe that the so would be that she cut her hair, stole her father's armor, and took his spot in the Chinese army. Lastly, we have then, or the resolution of the story. I can use text from the story to say that Mulan's true identity was revealed and she got kicked out of the army. She had to prove that she was a strong warrior and ended up saving the emperor. Great job, summarizers! We effectively used evidence from the text and used few words to describe the most important parts of a story. Remember, if you want to summarize a text, use somebody, wanted, but, so, and then to help you figure it out. Until next time, summarizers.
My cool school project is all about presidents. When I grow up, I want to be the President of the United States. Why? Well, when you're president, you get to live in the White House. And you get your own helicopter and airplane. You could fly anywhere you want. I would fly to Disney World like every day. And presidents can say no to other people's new laws. That's called a veto. I would say N-O to all the boring laws and replace them with awesome ones. Like the law about having to take math tests. I would veto that.
Bedtime is 8:30, young lady.
Bedtime? Veto! New law, no bedtime. And presidents get to have their faces on cool stuff, like money, and mountains, and on Halloween masks. So, who are some of America's presidents from history? Let's start with the very first president, George Washington. He helped start the USA with his friends over 200 years ago. He wore a wig and had wooden teeth. And he was not nice to his cherry tree, but at least he told the truth about it.
Sorry.
Abraham Lincoln was the 16th president of the United States. He was the tallest president ever, and not just because he wore such a big hat. Here's an awesome fact about Abe Lincoln. He was a wrestler. Maybe that's how he won the election. I wonder if he had a cool wrestling nickname like The Rock. The Lincolnator! Awesome fact number 2. Lincoln Logs are named after him because he was born in a log cabin. He was really smart, and he kept the country together, which I really appreciate. Another president who had a toy named after him is Teddy Roosevelt, our 26th president. The Roosevelt bear? Oh wait, the teddy bear. That's kinda cool. I'd like a bear named after me, too. He didn't actually have any bears in the White House, but Calvin Coolidge had a pet hippopotamus, and Herbert Hoover had pet alligators. Some presidents had cool hobbies. Teddy Roosevelt liked to walk around on stilts. Maybe he wanted to be taller than Abe Lincoln. The 44th president, Barack Obama, collects comic books. His favorites are Conan the Barbarian and Spider-Man. Ronald Reagan, the 40th president, was an actor. He was in a movie with a monkey. Thomas Jefferson, president number 3, invented the swivel chair and built a macaroni machine. Maybe he liked to spin around while eating mac and cheese. Sometimes presidents get in trouble. One time, the 18th president, Ulysses S. Grant, got a ticket for speeding on his horse. William Taft was the 27th president. Sometimes he got stuck in the bathtub. I hope he kept some toys in there. It's also super important that presidents read a lot of books and know a lot of stuff. The 42nd president, Bill Clinton, knows a lot. One time a guy gave him a quiz about My Little Pony, and Bill Clinton got all the questions right. I wonder who is his favorite pony. My favorite pony is Rainbow Dash. And my favorite president might be Kid President. He's into hugs, dance breaks, and just being awesome. So basically, presidents are cool and get to stay up late and watch My Little Pony, and walk around on stilts, and get toys and bears named after them. And that's why I want to be president.
P-I-D